Many have had some kind of love-hate relationship with Assassin's Creed over time. The original game was launched 16 years ago in 2007, and it wowed us with its fluid stealth and parkour, all set in historical locations with authentic buildings and landmarks. The first ever game took place in the Holy Land during the Crusades, and the series has since taken us to many destinations, such as Renaissance Italy, Revolutionary America, the Caribbean during the Golden Age of piracy, Victoria London, Egypt, and ancient Greece. With the 2022 release Valhalla, the Viking Age, which saw Scandinavians travel to Britain to trade, raid and conquer. Set 20 years before the events in Valhalla, Mirage, the 13th major installment of the series, will centre around an assassin named Basim, the character first introduced in Valhalla. He was set off on an adventure through the vibrancy of 9th century Baghdad. Around that time, Baghdad had become the centre of the civilised world, attracting the very best of Arab and Persian philosophers and scientists. This period has since been referred to as the Golden Age of Islam. Although Baghdad grew to become the largest city worldwide, in the game, its recreation would be much smaller than the worlds of past titles. Mirage is said to have a similar map size of Paris from the game Assassin's Creed Unity. But we shouldn't fear, as the smaller scale will likely create more intimate gameplay, helping us establish a familiarity with the various nooks, paths and hiding places, a vital tool for any would-be assassin. AC Unity scored poorly on launch, but that was largely due to the technical and performance issues that have since been ironed out. It recaptured the heart of Assassin's Creed with a greater focus on stealth and an arc back to the original games. The parkour in Unity was highly praised as it enabled fluid transition from building to building via the balconies and rooftops of 18th century Paris. Mirage promises to recapture that essence too, bringing back that pure joy of seamlessly floating from one victim to another before blending into the vibrant life and soul of the streets of Baghdad and making your escape without a living soul able to tell the tale. Game Informer, who were recently playtesting the game, said that the world in Mirage was one that parkour was made for. And animation director Benjamin Fox said how samurai, ninja and even Jedi to a certain point inspired the animation team and helped them translate mobility and fluidity into the game. So with parkour and stealth the focus of Mirage, and more in line with the much loved classics of old, we hope to once again experience what made the franchise great. To help things along, a new ability called Assassin Focus has been introduced. It will allow us to strategically plan out our attacks, seamlessly combining a string of combo moves floating from one victim to the next. We will be aided not just by the trusty hidden blade, but utilise other tools such as smoke bombs, blowpipes, throwing knives, landmines and cherry bombs, a form of diversionary explosive. There will be no more levelling or XP system, only weapon and tool improvements. Basim will have to go to the Banu Musa brothers to upgrade a skill tree, allowing the choice of different effects. All sounds great. Well, it's not all good news, I'm afraid. Despite it being a much smaller, tighter and traditional experience, Mirage will come with those dreaded cosmetic microtransactions. Ubisoft have stated Mirage will feature some cosmetic bundles that will be purchasable directly in first-party stores at launch. These will be optional and have no impact on player progression. The average gamer this is usually met with sighs of disapproval, but unfortunately it's nothing new, as it's such a key source of revenue for developers. A small percentage of gamers with little concern for the cost of such things, referred to in the industry as whales, can reportedly spend beyond 10 times what an average player would on cosmetics and other upgrades. Opinions on whales are divided, but as long as they continue to be a reliable money source, developers will continue to try and hook them. But let's hope there's still plenty of in-game methods to unlock that costume or weapon of desire, and these microtransactions don't get in the way of which could possibly be a majestic return to the glory days of Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed Mirage releases on October the 12th on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One and PC.